have no idea what happened. Can you guys hear me? I don't know what happened, you guys. Let me know if you can hear me, okay? Okay, Denise, thank you. I don't know what happened. Sorry, guys. Unless my internet kicked me again. Good morning, Kat. Good to see you. Sorry about that, everybody. I was sitting here talking and everything just went dead. Let me check something real quick to make sure everything's good. Oh, okay, Denise. Thank you. Hmm. Oh well, I don't know what happened. I'm back either way. Yeah, she's in a women's shelter, Steve. She's starting the process. She's off the street. She's warm, safe. She's eating. We got her some money yesterday to get her through the night, and she's okay. She was just in here a few minutes ago. She's gonna get a hold of me later. Let me know how everything's going. But as of right now, she's doing okay. Yeah, that's what happened, Sherry. It just ended for no reason. I don't know why. It might be just a bad connection out here. I have a horrible internet service. But yeah, she seems to be doing okay. Like I said, I did the best I could yesterday to get her through something to get her off the subway. She had been sleeping on the trains for 2 days and she hadn't eaten in 2 days. She had no phone charger. She was not. You saw what happened yesterday. So she's doing okay now, I guess. She's in the women's shelter, starting the process, doing what she's doing. No, I did not rage quit, but it looked like it. So I guess she's doing okay. Yes, what's up, Mike? Um, but I again thank everybody that helped with yesterday. Again, any donations that we got to her, I appreciate all that. She appreciates all that. Um, and the fact that you guys all just showed up here yesterday, like I said, once again, to help with that and showed the support for it helps. That means a whole lot, guys. It really does. Um, it really is, Laura, Denise. You know of anybody? If you ever have an option, guys, to get Optimum and something else, whatever the something else is, has to be better than Optimum. It's horrible. But anyway, so yeah, I'm glad that she jumped in here. She's definitely doing way better than she was yesterday. And she had promised me she will keep in contact. So I feel 300 times better knowing that she's off the streets now. That had me scared to death. Like I said, she got a hold of me at like 9:30 yesterday morning and told me what's going on. I said, no, we're not going to have that. I don't normally do streams on Sundays, but that was why I did it because I figured we could make something happen for her to get her the hell off the streets. That's scary, especially living in New York. That's really crazy. No way. So, give me 1 second, guys. I got to use the little boy's room. Be right back. All right, I'm back. I agree with you, Denise. It's horrible service, whatever it is. I'm gonna be calling them here as soon as I end this. Amen to that, Sherry. Like I said, I may not be good for much of anything else. I said, but I'm not. Um, I was not gonna let that be what it was. I will help anybody, even people I don't like. If I see somebody in that kind of situation, I'm gonna reach out to try to do something to help. That's just who I am. And obviously, all of you are that way too because you helped right along with me. So, and I love you guys for that, and I thank you guys for that. That proves to me that you people are all who I know who knew who you were, and that there still are good people out there that still care about other people, and that's important to me. So, yeah, while my computer is completely on the opposite end of the house from where my modem is, I'm thinking I may have to have it moved and hardwire it for whatever reason. That's absolutely correct, Daisy. She will. She's a strong woman. She's a smart woman. She just ran into a rough patch, and she'll be okay. She will be okay. And like I said, she knows that she has our support no matter what. Um, period. So that's all it takes. That is all it takes. Period. Period. Oh, absolutely, Daisy. 100%. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have them. They're gonna have to come back out here because I think I need a new drop line put in. And when they do that, I'm gonna have them bring the modem in here, rewire it, and I'm gonna hardwire it right into my system because I don't like that kind of thing happening. It's ridiculous. That's not. I'm not gonna put up with that. That's not for what we have to pay for this shit. So my apologies once again. I have more technical difficulties than anybody I've ever seen in my life. But thank you guys for understanding and putting up with it. I really do appreciate that. I really do. Well, shoot. So, where was I? Um, I don't know, Daisy. I asked her about that before, and I don't think she was able to get it because of something that had to do with her husband's income, which should make no difference to me. I don't like in Ohio here. That doesn't make any difference. You work, you get it. Period. That's how that works here. So I don't see how that would make a difference. We had a conversation about that a few months ago when she first lost her client. Oh yeah, it went up here too, and it's worse. That's a weird thing, Denise. The service got worse, and then the bill went up. Explain that to me. No, of course not. But yeah, Sherry Ganster, you're absolutely right. I think they'll help her find work, and especially in her field, in the medical field, especially right now, they need people. I mean, even if she doesn't go back to what she was doing, if you're a nurse, you're a nurse. You guys know that. Smooby, is Smooby still in here? I thought I saw her in here. Yeah, she's back. She's in here. Okay. And there's a few of you guys are nurses that are in here. You guys know how that works. I mean, once you're in nursing, you're in nursing. They can find something for her to do somewhere, I'm sure. But I'm really, really disgusted with her husband right now. The fact that she has to be in a women's shelter makes no sense to me. Like, he could be a man and stand up and go stay somewhere else and give her the home where she belongs. I'm pretty sure she's right around our age, 40, late 40s. I'm pretty sure. Well, my age. I'm late 40s at least. I will be 48. Wait. Holy shit. Am I going to be 48 or 49? Oh my God. Am I going to be 48 or 49? I was born in 1974. I'll be 48. Well, I'm sorry, Shmovie. I wasn't putting you in that bracket. I'm just saying I'm late 40s, so I'm going to be 49. Oh my God. How did I not do that? How did I not know that? Good Lord. You guys, I'm losing my mind. November 23rd, 1974 is my birthday. Congratulations, Miss Gribbin and Miss Sherry. All these young ladies in here. You might be the oldest in age, but the youngest at heart, Miss Raynona. So you don't worry about that. Senior moment. Whatever, Mike. Whatever. I am Sagittarius. 100%. I've been 50 for 8 years. I get it, Gene. I get it. I get it. We're all right around the same age, the Generation X or whatever the hell we're called. Well, happy belated birthday, Miss Denise. I'm sorry I didn't know that. Yes, no problem, Schmovie. A twin, okay. I have a set of twins myself. And there's nothing wrong with that, Crime and Justice. You stay 40 as long as you want, my dear. Saggies, no wonder I like you and Crime and Justice, Aries Fire here. Well, good to know. Yep, I'm a Sagittarius. November 11th, see? November's a great month, isn't it, Mama Bear? You can stay 22 as long as you want, Denise. No worries there. I may be going on 49. Good God, I can't believe I forgot that. That's ridiculous. What is going on? Oh, yeah, just had your birthday in September. Happy birthday, Raynona. Once again, belated. I'm sorry. November 27th. There you go, Michelle. Yeah, every 7 years, I think it is, my birthday falls on Thanksgiving. So I'm a turkey baby sometimes. Mine is the 11th, my brother is the 19th, and my sister's the 22nd. Damn, all in the same month. Wow. Your sister's the 22nd, okay. The day before mine. 21, you're barely old enough to, and 22, you're old enough to know better. There you go. Not that I've known Squirrel. That's, yeah, back to Debbie. I'm sorry, guys. We got off track here. My apologies. So, anyway, Labor Day. Gotcha. Oh, yeah, I bet it does, Sherry, because of it's the way Thanksgiving rolls around. It's on that Thursday, and then it just goes date to date. Yes, we're all fall babies, and I love it. I love having my birthday in November. Not that I do anything anymore. Just another day. No big deal. Oh, Raynona, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I know that's got to be hard because I know that there's a special connection between twins. I know my twins; they're very into like in they feel each other or something. It's hard to explain. You know, if one is upset, the other one's upset. If they just kind of know, it's weird the connection that they have. It's an amazing thing, but it's very weird. You know. Yes, we have my twins are my stepsons, but um they're very, very, very good kids. The father, the one twin is the father of my granddaughter that you guys saw and heard the other day. He does everything for us. We don't ask him to do anything, and he's constantly here doing things. He tells me like all the stuff that I'd be doing around the house. He handles a lot of it because he wants to. 1 second, everybody. I'm sorry. Be right with you. Sorry, guys. That was my wife. Anyway, back to what I was saying. My apologies. And yes, Denise, my twins had issues because at one point they had their birthday together when they were little, and then as they got older, they wanted their own separate things, everything separate. So we gave it to them. Right. So, all right. So I keep getting so off track with this. I'm sorry. Um, yeah, I want to know like other things. What was it that I was I do agree that it's Amanda this, that, and everything. We need to know some other stuff. That's the problem. We don't know. And I do feel we're losing viewers. I'm sorry. That's my fault. Because of the phone calls and this and that and getting off track. So my apologies, you guys. I really am sorry. Sorry to everybody that's out there that was leaving and this and that. My apologies. I'm trying to work out some things here at home. That's all. And bring it back up. So back to what I was saying is that's what I feel like happened to her at that area where she found her demise, you guys. That is what I think happened inside my heart. I believe that's what happened, and I really do feel. Thank you, Mama Bear. I appreciate it. I really do feel that she very well could have had a heart attack, due to the shock, the pain, the stress, all of that. You guys, that's what I think is actually going to end up being the cause of death. I really do. I don't. There was no blood on the scene anywhere. You could see that there wasn't. Her body was only burnt in the abdomen, so that's not what killed her. Like it didn't actually physically kill her. So that's why I think that's what happened. Okay. Now the Venmo situation. Who here thinks that Debbie sent that Venmo? Their sister didn't seem to be in the loop, judging by that call to the police, almost like they didn't talk a lot. Well, that's kind of what I want to find out, Squirrel. I'm really crossing my fingers that she contacts me back and then I can do an interview with her. I really would like to. I even have an email out to Jeffrey, her son. I want to interview both of them. I want to get some more. I want to get some more insight into Debbie's life, into Debbie, who she was, and maybe into Amanda and Andrew too. You know what I mean? She could have been instructed to send it right. Crime and Justice. That's what we had talked about yesterday, and I kind of feel like that myself. I do. Thank you, Miss Heather, very much. Once again. I still feel like there was somewhere in that time where she went northbound and then ended up going southbound. Thank you, Christine. I'm sorry about all this crazy stuff today. My apologies, everybody. And thank you guys for understanding, all of you. I think she picked somebody up. I do. I think she picked somebody up and then they met somebody there and that those two people left together. I'm just saying. I mean, and here's the other thing, you guys. I was thinking about who's out there that she may have known, right? And I'm thinking that it might be somebody from that. Maybe she didn't know per se herself personally, but it might have been somebody from that rehab out there. All right, Miss Heather, thank you so much, hon. You have a great day. I will talk to you soon. Great job as always. I noticed a lot of you guys when I was saying the things I was saying and Doug's stream yesterday were going, I agree, Dago. I agree. Yes, yeah, you know what I mean? So a lot of you guys think the same things that I do. And I'll be fully shocked, and I mean completely blown away shocked, you guys, if I come to find out that Steve had anything to do with this, because I really, really, really even more now feel like he has nothing to do with this. Nothing. I'm not going to take him completely off the list, but he's at the very, very bottom to where you almost can't see him, guys. Thank you, Sherry. I have a very strong feeling about this heart attack scenario. I do. I know it sounds. I know Doug was saying yesterday that it's personal, and it still can be personal. It still can be personal. I think that the topless thing of it was her ripping her shirt off because she was on fire, to stop the pain, and that she was trying to get away down to that water to find a way to stop it. Okay, and I think with all the stress that she was going through, the shock, the pain, the stress, the situation itself. And I'll say this much to you guys: if it was her daughter and or her daughter's boyfriend involved, that was even more of a shock to her system, because you're being attacked by your own child, okay, or something that's related to you, that somebody that you know, okay. So that's going to cause even more shock, you guys, and stress. So that's why I'm saying, I have a big feeling on this. Right, exactly. Crime and Justice. They had him on video for that whole period of time he was there, which means his alibi checks out completely. So no, there's nothing there. But for whatever reason, back here, this little bit of my mind is saying to leave him at the bottom of the list. Don't ask me why. They have too. Absolutely, Crime and Justice. They have. We had a younger kid, I think it was 13, that shot his stepmother who was pregnant. Not too far from here. I can't remember where it was, but I've seen things happen like this before. You know what, Raynona? Somebody else said that Steve may have been fighting either dementia or Alzheimer's, and I have an inkling to believe you. I do. That's right there, Crime and Justice. That's why I have him at the bottom of the list. There's a very huge possibility that he could have had somebody do something like this. Okay, why they lured? I mean, I don't know. It's in the very, very, very back of my mind, at the very bottom of the list. So it's there. When I listened to the 911 calls with Steve, there was something in his voice. Okay, I think you agreed with that, Crime and Justice. The sounding of his, that part where he said, "Yeah, that's a good question," that took me a little bit off to the left, if you know what I'm saying. I was just a little bit taken back by that. Like, okay, wait a minute. But it could just be me hearing something that's not really there. He seems like he's a little bit off, Mama Bear. Now, it just could be that what we heard from him was him being in shock because of the situation, okay? It sounds to me like Steve and Debbie's life was very repetitive and very normal, and they both knew what the other was doing on a regular basis. They had routines and schedules, and all of that was thrown off that day, and that's why I think Steve might have been just like completely out of it. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm getting from that. And that's the feeling I get from that phone call. But at the same time, the fact that Amanda was there at their house, the fact that she had the purse from upstairs, the fact that she had the rental agreement for the van, all of those things bother me. Okay, they do. I'm glad to see you're here, Schmoopy. They bother me. So, oh yeah, he's been at the top of my list for quite a while. Crime and Justice. Um, I think if Andrew's involved, that's the quote unquote personal part, because Andrew knows that Debbie doesn't like him. And I think Debbie blamed Andrew for the mishaps in her daughter's life. Whether it's actually his fault or not, I don't feel like it is. I feel like Amanda has the ability to make choices herself. I think Amanda is the one that has never had a job because she didn't have to, because Debbie has always catered to her. Okay. So they're talking, Squirrel, because they don't. That's why I think they're talking. I think they're talking so much because they don't want people to point the finger at them. They're trying to redirect their attentions to somewhere else. That's why I think Amanda's made the comments that she has, and that's why Andrew's made the comments he has to take the finger off of them. But what they're doing is they're making themselves look more suspicious with that. If you know what I mean, that's all they're doing. Great comment about Andrew. Which one? Or was it somebody up there that said something? And I think too, I said this yesterday too, I really put a lot of thought into this case, and I've looked at things and re-looked at things and re-looked at things again. And the comments, like I said, the comments he made about Debbie not liking him, all of this and that, but no, I really feel that Debbie blamed him for Amanda's problems. I really do. So take it for what it is, you guys. That's all it, in my opinion, that it could be. I need to start sleeping more. Oh yeah, I agree. Thank you, Christine. I mean, he's a visible person. Like, as when I say he's a visible person, like whatever you see, what you see in those videos, that's a very telling. He's a very telling person. His actions speak about who he is, and they speak volumes about who he is. I'm a very good person. I'm very good at reading people. Okay, I think I've said this the other day. Anyone else think that it's odd that Debbie had a purse with her, but took the card she used in Family Dollar out of her pocket? Okay, and I'm glad you said that, Crime and Justice, because yesterday I said this too. I've been thinking about that purse and the way that Amanda brought another purse down and this and that and everything else. We all questioned that, right? I'm starting to wonder, was that if you look at that purse, let me see something. I'm going to try to find something that shows that purse. Okay. I think that purse was used to carry something. Okay. Now, this is again kind of conspiracy like in a little bit of a way, but to me, it's made sense from day one. I've had the same type theory from the first day that I talked about this, that there was a drug debt that was owed. Okay. And I highly and truly believe that there was a drug debt that was owed, and that Debbie, the way she catered to her daughter, would do anything for her daughter in any sense. And I think that the dinner that they had the night before was her sitting down with her and saying, it could have been two things, okay? One, or both together. One, of course, was, I think, Debbie saying, you need to get rid of Andrew. He's destroying your life. He's got to go. Steve doesn't want him living in his house. He doesn't want you two together, and that's Steve's way of trying to control the situation, as well as Debbie. And I think that could have possibly, absolutely, probably angered him, because I'm sure that Amanda told him about it, so on and so forth. But I think that Amanda also approached Debbie with this debt that she had. Because if you figure out everything, the amounts of money, I think that maybe Amanda owed from before she left to go to Maryland. Okay. And it added up, and it was a lot bigger amount than $2,400. I think that, and this is just, if Debbie actually sent the Venmo, this is how I could have, I kind of sat back and thought about it. I think that Debbie may have went to a bank and withdrew money, a larger sum of money, which is why she had that bigger purse to put the money in. Okay. A larger sum of cash, because I'm sure the drug dealers probably, or the dealer probably said, you're not sending me money via Venmo. And maybe it was an amount that you could not send through Venmo. Okay. Or PayPal or something like that, that she actually took cash from a bank, put it in that purse, and took it with her to that. That's what she was doing. That's why she was going up there. And I think that she had that Venmo money in the Venmo account, the $2,400, which was Amanda's monthly drug habit. And because she loves her daughter, said, here's this $2,400. It's the last money that she's going to be able to give her. Okay. It's the last gift she can give to her daughter, because she knows she's going to die. That's what I think that was. And that's why she said, there's a key under the blue flower pot. Go to the house, because they don't have keys. They weren't living here. And go to my house and be safe. That's what I think this is, you guys. And I think that's how Debbie died. Unfortunately, I think it was due to, from the stress, the burn or the fire, the burning, the shock, all of that, I think was because, or was due to this whole, what I just explained to you guys. That's what I think happened. That's what I think was going on. And I think it's going to come out eventually. I think eventually Amanda's going to snap, and she's going to say, hey, this is what happened. And she's probably not saying anything right now because she's scared to death. One, that the drug dealers, whoever he or they are going to come after her if she talks about that. Or two, that she's going to go to jail because she was involved in it in some sense. Because let's be honest, guys, neither her nor Andrew are even remotely intelligent enough to do. I don't think they're smart enough to orchestrate anything that happened, in my opinion. I'm just saying. I want to see something here, and I can't find it. Sorry, it's taking so long to find it. Where's the picture? Come on, work with me. It's not on here. It's the actual thumbprint picture, but it's not on here. Wait. And that's why I feel like that other car was parked there, that was the meeting spot. They were meeting to exchange the money. And it was more of, and they were mad that Amanda didn't show up or Andrew didn't show up with it, because I think they were angry at them. It had been a long-term drug debt. Okay. And maybe it wasn't the right amount of money. Maybe there was words, where maybe Debbie, because she's bold, said, this, enough is enough. Here's your money. Now leave my kids alone. So on and so forth. So, that's what I think happened. Thanks, Morty. I will. Um, 1 second, everybody. I gotta check it. Twitter real fast. My apologies. Sorry about that. So that's what I think it is, you guys. Um, if the cops don't get them, Steve will look like he's the type. Yeah. I mean, I think you're right, Sherry, but I don't think Steve has the ability anymore. I know one thing that, but again, if he don't, if he can't, I think he knows somebody that could. No, she did not at all. And I feel bad because I think Debbie was a very good hearted, sweet person. I think she loved her children just as much as the rest of us do. Okay. Um, and would do anything for her children just as much as the rest of us would. Okay. So I'm just saying. And I think that she was a very sweet lady that would give anybody the shirt off her back. I think she was very happy in her life, her and Steve together. You know, they were in a routine they were very happy with. Everything was fine. And then these two show up 2 days later, she's dead. That's the problem. Um, so I wish we had more info. That's why I really, really want to talk to Diane. I feel like we could get some info and some insight from Diane. I really do. Um, I think it would make a big difference. Maybe they weren't so maybe they weren't as close, but I have a feeling that Diane still probably knows more than what we think she does. And I agree with you, Sherry. I think that Steve is completely lost right now. That Debbie was the love of his life. I mean, she was a pretty lady. You know, even back when she was younger, she was attractive, very much so. And even at her age now, the way before she passed away, she was an attractive lady. So he was very proud, I'm sure, you know, and was very in love with her. She probably did everything for him, um, and treated him as a wife treats her husband, you know, and then now that's gone. And now he's alone. And, you know, his biological son, is estranged from him because, from what I can understand, of Debbie's kid, Amanda. So, what does Steve have now, you guys? Remember that. Steve doesn't have anything. I agree, Christine. I absolutely agree. Um, 1 second. Sorry, you guys. I'm getting different DMs and stuff. I'm just responding to. 1 second, everyone. Leave right there. A couple things about Bronx. I'm trying to set straight and make sure she's okay. Okay. I'm almost done, everybody. Please, please excuse. Today's just a bad day, everything happening at one time. He's empty inside. The sun could tell a lot. I agree. Um, I'm almost done, you guys. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. What's up, Lance? Welcome. YP taking purse in if cars was in pocket. I think she had something in that purse. I think there was money in that purse that she was giving to somebody else for the drug debt. I really do. I absolutely do. Okay. Nope, you don't. And I'm thinking that was, maybe all that Debbie could afford to put out there at this point in time. She was trying to maybe come to a happy medium, to appease the dealer, just to get off of Amanda's back. And Bronx is doing okay. She's in the women's shelter. We just talked to her. She's doing okay, Lance. But thank you so much. We appreciate your prayers and your support 100%. So, again, that's very possible that that's what was in that purse. Why she took that purse, because it was a good sized purse. I was actually trying to find it for you guys, but I couldn't. I didn't pull up the right video to kind of go back and look at that purse, but I think I have a visual in my mind of it again. Um, that's where I'm at with this, you guys. I mean, does anybody disagree? And if you do, please feel free to say it. I have no qualms with that. That's why I really wanted to talk with her sister and or her son. And I think, I noticed that there was some Venmos from Debbie to Jeffrey, but I think that was to help support Amanda. I really do. Because at one point in time, Amanda was living with Jeffrey and his wife. And then moved into her own apartment, which I believe she may have gotten evicted from. And I made a comment yesterday in chat when I was in Doug's chat, and I said, well, looks like Amanda's got to get a job now because her cash cow is gone, sadly. And I know it's ignorant to say that, but what is she going to do, guys? What is Amanda going to do? How's she going to survive? She's going to have to fucking stand up on her own 2 feet. Excuse my language. I'm just so irritated with her situation that her poor mother has done everything for that woman in her whole life. I can promise you that. And now she's gone, and I think it's because of her daughter. I do, at the very least. And I feel that the manner of death and the cause of death, I'm pretty close on that too. And listen, guys, if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. I'll outright say, you know what, I was wrong. I'm sorry I even put that in the universe. But I have a very strong feeling about this, you guys. And it's just like, let's have it already. Just let's have it. I know that law enforcement has way more evidence on this than they do. Law enforcement on this case, you guys, they're on top of this case. This is probably, I have so much respect for the law enforcement covering this, the detective that's covering this, the press conference that they had on this was amazing. Everything with this, law enforcement is on top of this. I think they have video, they have eyewitness testimony. I think they have all of that, you guys. I really do. We're the only ones that are lacking in it because they're doing the right thing. They're holding it all back until they have enough and they have it all. And they can get through all of these monkey wrenches that keep getting thrown in there. And then they can do the prosecution the way that they want to make sure it's done right and solid and nothing and everything sticks. That's why I think they're doing it like this. Let me see here. Oh, okay. I got your other email, Pamela. Thank you. Let's see. Again, like I said, guys, I have no qualms with stating that I was wrong if I was. But I get feelings about things just like most people do, okay? I have a very, very strong feeling about my whole thought on this whole thing. And you know what? I'm telling you, I could be completely out of the realm wrong about it, completely off key with it all, and I'll be okay with that, you know. But the way everything looks, I'm not a detective. I always wanted to be one, but I'm not. I'm not a detective, but it just everything looks, and I've done so much of this research on these things, and I've watched so much of this stuff, and I've watched how detectives do their work and the things that they pull apart and pick apart, and I do the same thing, just like most of you do too, and it all comes back to the same thing. And Pamela, being the detective, you're probably very right. Asphyxiated or hit over the head, blunt force trauma. I said yesterday that, let's say, for instance, that the boyfriend, Andrew, did this to her. He knows, even though it's kind of a joke, with the UFC thing and the wrestling thing, he knows certain holds and moves to do where he could have choked her and possibly shoved her windpipe into the back of her throat. I've seen that happen, physically seen that happen, to where she couldn't scream. And, and again, do you all think she may be running drugs, Amanda, or money? I mean, anything is possible, Renuna. Anything. Maybe they were the dealer, okay? Maybe they were dealing like a secondhand dealer, and they got fronted a whole bunch of stuff, and they, being addicts, they used it all and didn't make the money on it, and that's where the big money comes from that they may owe. So once again, she runs to mommy to help her get out of this situation. I hope if you guys know what I'm trying to say, that maybe they got fronted a bunch of it and we're going to try to sell it, and instead they used it all as an addict would, and they need that big money to give back to that dealer now that it's gone. That's what I'm saying. That's very possible. But all that being said, I would still like to hear from Debbie's coworkers. I would still like to talk to Diane and Jeffrey. I just like to know these things. You know what I'm saying? I really would. One second, everybody. I'm still doing this DM thing. My apologies. That's what I'm saying, Sherry. They got fronted too much, thinking they could cover it, and they got stuck. Welcome, Joy. Okay. I think Debbie has Pamela. I believe that Debbie has been supporting Amanda her entire life. Period. Along with Steve, and I honestly at this point don't think that Steve knows the amount that Debbie has given to Amanda, and I don't think that Steve knows the depth that Debbie was involved with Amanda's life. Okay, I don't think that he cares for her either, as you noticed in the phone call where he stated when the 911 operator asked about his daughter, and he said, my stepdaughter. She's not my daughter. She's my stepdaughter. I think that at one point in time that Steve was probably okay with helping till he realized that it was an ongoing thing that was never ending. Okay. And I think Steve at one point in time, or more than once, probably said, okay, you know what? Enough is enough. Make her learn responsibility to take care of herself. We're not, that's enabling. Okay. And he wasn't doing, you're not doing her any favors by doing that. So I'm just saying, that's where I think this is at, guys. And whether he knew what was going on with this specific situation, I doubt it. I don't think, because he said in the beginning that Debbie wasn't supposed to go anywhere, and I'm sure that she did not tell Steve about it. If she took a large amount of money to go pay off a drug debt, okay. Absolutely, Christine. Thank you so much for being here, my dear. I appreciate you um, more than you guys know. Um, very much. So thank you so much. Have a great day, and I more than likely, hopefully, we'll see you guys tonight. Um, So that's kind of what I think, you guys. I really do. I think that that Steve was kept in the dark in a lot of ways about a lot of different things. Truthfully, that's my personal opinion, but I don't know. We're gonna hopefully we find out soon. Doug said that he thinks within a week. I agree. I'm right on there with that. I think within at the very latest 7 days we're gonna see something on this. Because like I said, law enforcement is all over this. They really are all over this. They're doing an amazing job. The detective on this, I really like him for the way he's handling things. He's very forthcoming with the information, and he's very on point. And I feel comfortable with it. The press conference again was one of the best ones I've seen in a long, long time. Throughout all the cases that we've all been looking at, I absolutely feel like that's probably one of the best. They were very, you know, very pinpoint on everything. They explained everything. They were honest about everything. They didn't come out complaining, bitching and complaining about the case and their resources and this and that and everything else. They just they gave it to us. Period. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. So I have a very good feeling about this that we're going to see something very soon. I've made specific comments about, like, in the parking lot, that silver Ford Explorer that pulled in next to Debbie. I said that they should find out who that is, talk to that person. I'll bet you they've done that. I bet you they've talked to a lot of people in that area there as witnesses, employees, people that could have been around. You get plate numbers, you locate that person, you talk to them. And I feel like they probably have reached out to the people that have been traveling up and down that road to see whether or not they've seen another car there. All of those things. I feel very comfortable with the detective thinking that he's done all of this. I really do. And I think we're going to have something solid on this, like, very soon. I'm anticipating the autopsy. I really want to know what the cause of death was and the manner of death. I really do. I think that's going to tell a whole story by itself. I absolutely do, you guys. So, excuse me. Sherry Lee says, that was said yesterday, and I think there's a very grand possibility that that's true. Because think about it, either that or they said they were going to hurt Amanda. You know, whether or not she's irritating, that's still her daughter, and she would do anything for her, as she has through her whole life. It could have been threatened. I either need this much money or she's dead. And maybe I'm sure Deborah and Steve have lots of money, but the thing is you can only take so much money at a time out of your bank accounts through most banks without being penalized or without having it available to you to take out. You know what I mean? And maybe she could only get so much money out of the bank at one time and took it to them, and maybe it wasn't enough. Or maybe the money wasn't enough, period. Maybe the drug debt was so old and it was a disrespectful type scenario where she just left that debt and said, piss on it, I'm gone. And it's added up, and that drug dealers aren't a joke. They get mad when you mess with their lives, with their money. It's whatever. And they were just like, you know what, screw it. I'm tired of dealing with this girl. We're going to teach her a lesson. And it was either going to be her and Andrew, and they didn't go. They sent their mother instead to deal with their bullshit. So Debbie got the brunt end of everything. You know what I'm saying? I agree, Denise. Steve is definitely grieving. I know that that's something else that bothers me. That she had all of her mother's passwords, her Google, her cloud, her this, her that. I don't like that. Like I trust my kids, especially my son that I was telling you guys about. I do trust him, but he would never have that. I wouldn't give it to him. And maybe I think Doug said something about it yesterday. Maybe it wasn't actually given to her. Maybe she went snooping. She got all her passwords. I wouldn't put it past her. I don't trust Amanda as far as I could throw her. I'm sorry. Nor do I trust Andrew. They're bad people, guys. They're bad people. They're not good people. They're very unhealthy people. Okay, and I don't mean physically. I mean mentally unhealthy. That's my opinion. So that's kind of my thoughts on this whole thing. We will see. Um, we will see what happens. I just hope it happens soon because it's driving me insane. So that being said, I kind of agree with you on that, Denise, about what she was buying. I think that she was going to buy that stuff because she was going to go meet Steve at the game if the time would have been right. She was killing two birds with one stone. She was buying that stuff because she was up there. You know what I mean? From that place. That's what I think. Yes, Jerry, they are tweakers. Um, so, right. He thought she went food shopping. I agree, Denise. I agree. For sure. I hope we find out soon. What do you guys think about this movie that was brought out in regards to Gabby Petito? I kind of wanted your guys' thoughts on this. Not to change the subject up real quick. I was going to talk about both, but oh yeah, I think it. I want to say that I'll say at the very max 7 days. That's my thought. Yes, Pamela, I agree. That's what I'm saying. Within 7 days, I think within 7 days we're going to get another press conference and at least 1 to 2 arrests. I think. That's what I think. Hopefully even less. Maybe 5 days would be great, but at the very least, I think 7. Okay, I haven't watched it, and I didn't know. I asked Doug last night if it was approved by Joe and the Petito family. He said no, so I won't watch it. But he did make a comment. Uh, Insensitive. You mean the movie itself, Schmovie? Okay. Doug said, that we could watch it here if I downloaded it. We could watch it and critique it and commentate on it, which could have been a good idea. But as it's not approved by the parents, I don't want to. I think it's highly disrespectful to Gabby as well as her family. Amen to that, David. Amen to that. Karma is coming hard in all avenues, in all directions, my brother. All avenues and all directions for sure. That's what I have problems with is the fact that like why all you have to do is talk to the family and say, hey, I want to put a movie out about Gabby's life, show the true story, and see what they say. But that wasn't done, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Yes. I truly believe in karma, you guys, and I think karma's going to come with both of these scenarios. I would like to know the story, the way it's told, as far as Gabby goes. I followed the case, like I know the story. You know what I mean? But I would like to see how it's depicted in this movie. But I'm not gonna. That's just so highly disrespectful in my opinion that I won't watch it. And was Debbie hiding this from Steve? Is taking? I think so, Winona. I do. I really don't think she told him. You know, for fear of how he would react. I think they've been through this before, you guys. I think that this is something that was probably a sore spot for them in their marriage. That it was an ongoing struggle. Oh my God, we got to give Amanda money again. You know, and they probably felt when Amanda went to Maryland, they were probably relieved. That it wasn't going to happen anymore, and then she continued giving her money even when she was in another state. Go get a dog. We've all done that. We've all worked for my kids, they work. I think that this child's been taken care of her entire life by her mom and her stepfather and doesn't know how to take care of herself. Well, guess what? In a sad, sad way, she's going to have to learn how to do it now because who's going to take care of her now? There is nobody to do it. Amen to that, Denise. I do. David's 100% right, though. Karma's going to come. I mean, knocking at the door. It's going to kick the door in. It's going to get him. It's going to get him. It is. Whoever did this, they're going to get it. And whoever was responsible directly or indirectly is going to get it. That's my opinion. And the fact that they're both redirecting so much, pointing the fingers at other people and other situations, really makes me think that they have something to do with this, you guys. It really does. I mean, I can't say any other way that I can't see anything else. I may not have it exactly how it happened, but I know that in one way, shape, or form, I'm around in there somewhere. It is time to stand on your own. Do you guys know how old Amanda is? Does anybody in here know how old she is? I do. I have it written down in here. I just wondered if you guys knew how old she was. Yes, it does depict him from what I understood as a psychopath, which I kind of took him for that as well in real life. 36 years old. 36 years old is how old Amanda is. 36 years old, you guys. 36 years old. 34, 36. I have it written down. I have to look. Either way, she's not a teenager anymore. 36 and Andrew's 27. See, that says something else too. Andrew's 27 and Amanda's 36. What's wrong with that? That shows how immature she is, that she's even dating somebody that's younger than her. A year younger than you, Schmooby. Right. Okay, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that real quick. She's a year younger than you, Schmooby, and you have your life together. You're married. You're a nurse. I don't know if you have children or not. That's your business. But you have your life together. Age is just a number. It is, you're right. But at certain times in your life, Strike, it's time to be an adult at a certain age. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm not saying it as in like because you're this age you have to be old. I don't mean it that way. I mean at a certain age, it's time to take care of yourself. That's what I'm saying with the age thing. That's all. Not in the past couple of days. Where I mean, we're all still looking at it. I still check up on it. I know Crime and Justice still checks up on it. Doug does too, for sure. Right, Sherry. Exactly. It's time, and I think that's one of the things that Debbie didn't like about Andrew because he was younger. He's immature himself, and I think that she was tired of her daughter being what she was, and felt maybe that Andrew was part of the problem. I feel I'll give it this, okay? My kids, my youngest is 16, but after that, they're 26 years old. And all three of them have families in a way. The one isn't married or isn't with anybody, but he's raising his daughter on his own, basically. The other twin has a child and is married and has been for years. And then my other son, he has a child and is married and takes care of they're all three living their own lives at 26 years old, taking care of their issues, helping other people in their lives, their family members, because that's how my family does things. Um, the best they can. And this woman's 36 years old and completely and solely relies on her mother to take care of her. That whole interview where she's crying and whatever she's doing, talking about a piece of me is gone, this and that's gone, my life is over, they took my life from me. No, they took her cash cow from her. They took her bank card from her is what they did. That's why she's so upset. That's what I was getting ready to say, Schmovie. Up until you're about 25, I'll let it go. You got to learn, okay? But still, yeah, she's in for a huge surprise, Daisy. A huge, because I guarantee you Steve ain't going to give her nothing. Nothing. Because I'm pretty sure after reading what I read from about Steve's actual biological son who's estranged, that's the reason why he's estranged is because of Amanda. He knew because Steve and Debbie were together for 9 years before they got married. So they've been together a total of 18 years, right? So Steve's son knows who Amanda is, what she's all about. Okay. Welcome, Kyra. Right. And see that's a different situation though. I'm sure that your husband and or you are both mature enough to take care of yourselves. This woman never has been ever in her life. And it's just one more thing that she's attracted. I mean, you've seen the videos of how Andrew is. He may be 27, but he acts like he's 17 years old. Oh, right. So she laughs in the last one while talking about the password. That's my point. You see what I'm saying? And I just hope that guilt gets her. I do. I hate to say things like that to sound malicious or vindictive, but I hope it does. I hope that if she had anything to do with this whatsoever, and there is a very slight possibility, you guys, that she doesn't know anything about it. Okay, that Andrew maybe did this all on his own, or that it was something else. Okay, guys, there's lots of other options it could be, but I just hope that she has the guilt for the rest of her life that she did this to her mother if she had anything to do with it. I really do. I hope that's going to be her punishment. If she doesn't, if she gets off on it, I should say, and if she isn't, legally involved. Welcome, Kelly. Good to have you here. Another one from over the pond. Great to have you guys here. Well, I got some UKers and Australians. I love it. I absolutely love it. Right, Kyra. Absolutely right. That's what I'm saying, you guys. I moved out when I was 17 years old on my own. I've never gone back. Never gone back to my mom and dad's house. I was married once before. I had 3 children. I took care of them and raised them. I worked 2 to 3 jobs my whole life until the past, when I was forced into retirement. Um, always, always worked a job or two to take care of things. My first wife was not a very great person, so I had to do everything. I worked 2 jobs and that was when I first got into the fire service. I was a volunteer firefighter first. That's how I got involved. So I would work 2 full-time jobs. They were both full-time jobs, by the way. And then I would volunteer as a firefighter whenever I had extra time. That's what I did. As I was going to school, I was getting my training. Okay. And at that point, I had a younger sister too. I mean, I still do, but she was younger. So I helped her when she first started her family, and my parents, which I didn't really have to do much with my parents, but I tried because I just felt like I had to. And anyone else around me that ever needed any kind of help, I was always that person. Okay. So then I became a full-time firefighter, paramedic. Did that, was my career. I got divorced from my first wife. I got custody of my children. That doesn't happen very often here, especially in the state that I live in. But I did, because my first wife was just I'm just going to say very, very much non-desirable. We'll put it that way. Okay. And then I met my current wife. We got married, blended our families together. I continued to work 2 jobs for a long time. And then I got hurt, and I still worked 1 job, not doing what I was doing. It wasn't physical labor per se, and continued to do that. Okay. For years and years and years. And eventually, my doctor's pushing me. My wife is pushing me. My friends and family are pushing me to go into the disability thing, because I just couldn't do it anymore, you guys. I was in so much pain, which I'm always in pain, but it's part of life now. Okay. So all of that, and now that's why I feel like I do, because I'm in a position that I'm in now. I'm going for disability. Now my wife is working all herself. She's the only income we have, which is another reason why it would be great if my channel got monetized, because it would help in my family situation. Okay. But that's not my main priority with this. I do this because I have a passion for this, because I want to help people still. Since I can no longer do it the way that I did, this is another way for me to do it. Okay. So all of that being said, I'm in a boat now where I need help. Okay. And I understand that. And I understand what it's like to need help. But at the same time, I still try to help myself. That's why I have such a problem with people that don't try to help themselves, but expect everybody else to help them. They just want to sit back and with their hands out and go, okay, I'll take it all. I've never done anything in my life to help myself, but here, I don't like that. That's wrong. So that's why I am so passionate about this scenario, and why I feel like I do about those people. Okay. I don't like accepting help from other people. I never have. I have a humility thing with it. It's very depressing to me. It gives me anxiety. It's embarrassing. There's few people in here that have helped me, that know me and know that I don't like it. Okay. But sometimes I have to do what I have to do to help take care of my family. That's just what it is. My pride can go to the backside for me to get done what I got to do, is all I'm saying. I have a child that I have to make sure he eats. I have a wife that I have to make sure she eats and she's healthy so that she can go to work and this and that and everything else. That's just what you got to do for your families, guys. And you guys know that. It's a hard thing to swallow. So seeing situations like this with Amanda and Andrew and this and that, it makes me sick. It does. If I was in the condition that they're in, do you know? It makes me so mad. It makes me so mad. And she's taken this for granted for all this time that her mother has done this for her. Completely for granted. She expects it. It's a normal thing. Mom, I need more money. I need more money. I need more money. I need to get a prescription filled. God knows what that was. I need money for this. I need a battery. I need that. I need this. I need that. I mean, enough is enough. Good for you, Vicky. Good for you. It's a hard thing to deal with. It is very hard. It sucks. It really does, Kelly. I know. I get it, Kim. I do. It's hard. That's why I enjoy what I do here so much, because I feel like at least I feel like I am. Whether I am or I'm not, I feel like I'm helping in some way. You know, it may be small, but I'm still trying to do what I'm trying to do to help people. And if anything I have, if I have $1, I've financially been struggling for a long time. Everybody knows that. There's another gentleman that's on the internet here that I support. Everybody knows that the older people that have been in here, they know who he is. Where I've had no money, but I'll throw a super chat for $5 at him, Charlie, just to support him as a person. Because if I have a little bit, I don't mind giving it to somebody else. Even though I don't have very much myself, I still want to help other people. That's just the way it should be with us guys, all of us. There's no reason to hang on to all of what we have. For what? We can't take it with us when we're gone. So if you can help somebody right here and now, then why not? Why not take some pressure off somebody? Why not make somebody else a little bit happier? If you're happy at this point in time in your life, why not? Why can't somebody else be happy too? Is that you see what I'm trying to say? I know, Strike. It got taken down. It was up a lot longer than I thought it would, but he'll come back. He's gonna have another one. He always does. He will be back though. You know what, Denise? You see this? And 2000, yeah, Charlie's channel is down. They got it taken down again. Um, every time he gets to this point, it's actually been on longer than it has been, but he'll be back up. No worries. And if he doesn't come back up, he can use my platform to do whatever. He's used to doing this. He knows what he's doing. But anyway, this right here happened in 2000. Okay, brain surgery. Um, I was down for 9 months. 9 months, and I went right back to work. That was my brain. It wasn't my foot, my arm, any of this. I had brain surgery, and I went right back to work as soon as I was medically allowed. They tried to keep me up longer, but no. If I'm okay, I'm okay. He's just somebody that we follow, Vicky. That's when I had told you guys I started off in a different type of community. That's where I started with Charlie Green. He's the one of the people that we've stood up for and supported since I started. Who's been harassed and just tried to be beat down by all these other communities for a long time. So it used to be, there's a show that we all in the one side of the community used to watch called Angry Grandpa or AGP or something like. It depends on how you looked at it. But Charlie is AGP's son. So, which is where a lot of us came from, was the AGP community. Yeah. I had stitches inside and staples on the outside. And they really went way too far, because this scar didn't have to be like this. It looks like I got kicked by a horse. It's like a horseshoe. I'm hoping it turns out to be good luck one day. Well, Kim, these are the people I was talking about the other day that have doxed people, harassed people, just constantly harassing him, because the brother to the guy we're talking about is best friends with the guy that has harassed everybody, and they kind of mingle together to make Charlie's life as miserable as possible, which is why we've all supported Charlie to kind of keep him up, which he's doing very well for himself. So he'll be back. He will be back. So well, I guess that's about going to be it for today, guys, at least for this morning. I will let you guys all know if Diane gets back to me, or Jeffrey, Debbie's sister or son. Again, I'd like to do an interview with both of them while we're live here on this channel, as well as Doug's channel and or Crime and Justice. I don't know if either one will get back to me. It would be amazing. It would be wonderful. That way we could get a little more insight into Debbie's life and the person that Debbie was. And get her story out a little bit more than what's being put out, because there's not much, other than what we know. I agree with you on that one, Vicky. I really do. Nobody understands that, Miss Vicky. Nobody. So I don't know. I don't know, guys, but we talked about a lot today. I think I have my theories and opinions out there, and I think they're pretty good. I'd still like to know if this whole child custody thing is real. So if anybody gets any info on that, please, please, please throw it my direction. I'd like to know. Miss Pamela, I really appreciate your insight and the info you sent me. Very much so. Much appreciated. Same with Miss Heather. Let's see. Yes, and again, like I said, the whole Gabby Petito thing, I think, is very disrespectful. So it's going to be a no for me. Especially with as much as I followed that case and, supported the Petito family and still do, and the Petito Foundation, all of that. Yes, scamming people nonstop for sure, David, for sure. Yes, Bronx is doing better. Like I said, she's in the women's shelter, getting that process started. She's still going to struggle. And again, I'm going to continue to try to help her any way I can. I know there's some other people in here that are going to try to help her. Okay, Denise. Gotcha. Again, guys, if you've enjoyed this, please hit the like button on your way out the door. Of course, if anybody is able to help to support me in the channel, I would appreciate that to no end. And for those of you that have, I appreciate that as always. I love you guys to death. I do. Hopefully, you guys will see me tonight with Doug and or Crime and Justice. I always enjoy being over there with them. Always a good time. I think we mesh well together. And other people have told me that too, so I very much enjoy being over there with them. Yes, I am as well. So, that being said, you guys, I hope you guys have a great, great rest of your day. Until I see you again. And have the best day possible, guys. Honestly. Remember, you guys, I'm getting there. Thank you so much, Mama Bear. It's happening slowly but surely. Again, you guys have the best day you guys can. I love you guys to death. I want to thank you all once again for what you guys do for my channel, have done for my channel, and are doing for my channel. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be here. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and I hope that I will catch up with you guys tonight, as I said. And don't forget, you guys, to make sure that you love yourselves and each other, because that's all we got, everybody. Have a great, great day, and I will see you guys. I'm not going to say on the flip side, because that's not my thing. That's Doug's thing. But I'll see you guys soon. That's for sure. And again, if anybody has any info on that stuff we talked about, get it for me, please. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great one, everybody. And we'll see you